AM 830 is Angels Radio.
What's going on back there? You guys are having way too much fun. Hey, it's Angels Radio, AM 830 KLAA. I'm Philip Friedman on Fish Talk Radio with Philip Friedman. I forgot the name of the show, Tom.
It's been a long weekend. Baja will do that to you.
It has. I've been up since 4:30, so on 16 hours, but I'm still on a high because it was such a magnificent trip. I'm here with my good friend,
Tom Raftigan.
And a man who proposed to his girlfriend in Baja, California.
Hey, Danny Hogger. How you doing, Phil?
Danny, it's great to have you here. And, of course, Mensa Man is with us also.
It's Will Ebersman, everybody.
But let's go to the Honorable Hugo Torres. He's down in Rosarito Beach right now because Senor Torres made so much of our great weekend possible. And Don Hugo, we haven't even gotten into it, but we're going to spend a lot more of the show on the wonderful atmosphere, the fun, the horseback riding, the ATVs, the fishing. There was just so much, and I can't thank you enough for making it all possible, Don Hugo.
Well, we were very happy to have you and your group here for the weekend, and I hope you enjoyed all of the Baja California that you visited.
It was great. And, of course, part of what we're going to talk about is Danny Hauger proposing to his beautiful girlfriend, Jessica, and the hotel made it such a special event. Danny will go into greater detail, but Marla and your staff over there, Patricia and everybody, boy, I'll tell you, I might have to repropose to Ruth someday. It was so romantic and so beautiful.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. That's what we try to do our best for every occasion.
Yes, Don Hugo, we may have to have you call back again and see if we can redo it because we are not getting your phone transmission. Could you please try that, and we'll get right back to you. Danny, you were down there. Now, I'll tell you what, it's your first trip into Baja, California, correct?
Oh, absolutely. My first time that far south. Absolutely.
And what did you think? What was your impression, first of all?
I was blown away. I mean, honestly, I can say any premonitions, any fears, trepidations I had going down there were washed away within minutes of just being down there and seeing how beautiful it was. All the people that love California coastline, that's Baja, California down there. It's gorgeous. It's wonderful. The food was outstanding. The people, all the service was fantastic and friendly. We felt right at home from the time we got out of the car and walked into the hotel. It was gorgeous, and we had a fantastic weekend. I got to say, I got to thank you, everyone involved, the Rosarito Beach Hotel. It was a fantastic time. And
Danny, you're with Phil Friedman and Will Ebersman and some of the guys, so you get off the beaten track a little bit, don't you? I mean, we go out and we drive and we go down to Popotla and we go off to some different types of areas, different types of Baja adventures. How was that?
Well, just as you talk about getting off coast, with you guys getting off track is not a problem at all. And we sure did. And I love those day trips that we went on down to La Bufadora. It was gorgeous. And I mean, the drive was wonderful. Just looking out, it's just miles of ocean. And it's so clear out. The rain had washed, the air was fantastic. And seeing the people, the music, the shops, everything, the atmosphere was fantastic.
The sights, the smells. And you mentioned the people. They're great people, aren't they? The people of Baja, California, you're not going to make anybody more warm and friendly than those folks.
Very excellent people, and they want to make you right at home, and they do. You just feel great from the time you get down there.
And I felt a very special vibe. We'll go to the proposal here in a moment, but a vibe that was incredible, Tom. We were in Casa Estrella Orphanage. Danny sitting in front of 14 of these girls who have nowhere to go. They have no parents. And Joe Valenzuela and his lovely wife take such good care of them. That place has this feel of a home. And Danny serenaded the girls, and of course Jessica, I should say, with the guitar. And man, I'll tell you what, Danny, you tell me that wasn't a special moment in history. Seriously, the vibe there was outstanding. You could feel it.
It was touching. I think I forgot some of the lyrics, and I've played for hundreds of people, and I'm playing for a crowd of 10, and I felt as special as anything I've ever done.
Oh, I know. It really was. And the girls loved you, man. I think a few of those little girls were really staring up at you. They thought they had a rock star there. And I tell you are a fine musician.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. And anyone listening that's interested, on iTunes, Danny Hogger Music Songs to Wake Up To is there. But it was a real pleasure to play for them and to see the looks in their eyes and the undirected attention just towards me, uninterrupted. And I'm fortunate to just sit there and play those two songs for them. I felt great.
All right, so it was 8 o'clock last night. I walked you over to that beautiful restaurant at the Rosarito Beach Hotel, and then I left you. So fill me in. I don't even know what went on in there.
Well, we walk into a dimly lit, candle-lit just room set up for the two of us, a table, pulled back her chair, and we sit down at our custom menu in front of us. And I tell you, I don't deserve treatment so good. And we had a nice talk. The staff treated us as if we were, honor,
Royalty, right?
Royalty right there. And we had great food. The salmon was the best I've ever had in my life. The cheesecake was the richest I've ever tasted. And, popped the question down on one knee and put all the other thoughts out of my mind. It was just there for that one moment, and it was fantastic.
Wow.
Never forget it.
And you know what? Don Hugo Torres and the Torres family, they went to great extremes to put that on for you. And I got to tell you, when I walked in there, talk about another special vibe. That was beautiful.
The gratitude I cannot express in English or Spanish, however broken mine may be. It was such a great time, and the event, the scenario, everything was perfect. I mean, it was beautiful. There's no other word.
And then afterwards, of course, we were waiting for you, and then we, of course, meet you, and we're hugging you, and we're high-fiving you, and then you walk into your room. What did you find in your room?
Rose petals, candles. I'm telling you that this is the mood right here. It's just gorgeous, and we couldn't have felt more special.
I know, and once again, that's Hugo Torres and Marlita. She was over there. They were waiting for you to go to dinner, and then they dispatched a team to your room to really doll it up. I didn't go in there. I didn't think it was appropriate for me to join you and Jessica, but from your reporting, it sounded fantastic.
It was beautiful. They did such a job. It was something out of a movie. It was just surreal.
And at 4 o'clock this afternoon, Tom Raftigan and Will Eversman and everybody, we're sitting in the Pueblo Amigo Hotel and Casino in beautiful Tijuana and thinking to ourselves, man, life doesn't get much better than this. Great food, a wonderful ambiance in that place. That Pueblo Amigo is a great place. What'd you think about that?
It was great. It was a nice, very clean, very pretty place where you can have some fun, play some games, and get some great food. Had some enchiladas that were out of this world. I feel like in these 3 days that I've taken a trip to many different places, and it's all been within such a small geographic area.
What did you guys shop for? I mean, when you weren't thinking about how to get down on one knee and drop that question? Because I know Jessica improved the local economy just a little bit.
Yes, I think she's given them their quarterly boost ahead of schedule, picking up blankets, some handmade goods, shirts. Her niece, she bought her these beautiful woven dresses that I hope I didn't spoil the surprise, but she's 2. She shouldn't be able to comprehend all these things coming at her all at once. But there's a great deal of art and handmade sculptures and all kinds of things down there.
Did I see you playing the drums at La Bufadora?
I did, and I got to get that video up somewhere soon. If not for anyone else but me, the vanity of it. But no, it's fantastic. How cool is it that these professional street performers, exactly, I'm sitting out there and they let me sit in and play some drums for the people that are out there, the tourists and the locals, and I'll never forget it. That single memory was amazing.
It was, and La Bufadora in and of itself is a natural, beautiful place. Describe it to everybody.
It's a place where the water, the ocean, it comes up between this crevice of rock, and you have a great walkway and a visual of the ocean coming in, the breeze. And when the water hits the rocks as it comes in, the tide creates this big explosion of water. I don't know what you would call it, a fountain, a burst, and people are getting drenched in the splash zone, and it makes this huge, rushing, deep sound. And it's beautiful as the mist flows back with the air into the water. It's gorgeous.
And of course, down there with us, we had Gail Johnson, who used to host this show and do just a magnificent job. I learned so much from her. She's numero uno in my book. But she brought down 3 high school girls, and they had a magnificent time, didn't they?
Oh, they did. They had a fantastic time. They enjoyed shopping, as I think we doubled our capacity load on our drive back with all the bags, and they had a fantastic time. As if they were anywhere else in the world. It just felt right at home.
Well, Danny, congratulations. It was a special moment. I mean, I know it's a part of your life that you're never going to forget, and we got to be part of it, and I thank you for that, Tom. I wish you could have been there.
I would love to have been there, but the question I've got is, what did Jessica say?
Well, after a few moments of shock and awe and a few hours of thinking, no. She said yes, and she was thrilled, and I could see it as the music cued in from some unknown place, and it was beautiful. And I can't say enough, really. Will and Philip, thank you so much for everything you did, everything the hotel did. It was fantastic, and I won't ever forget it. It was great.
What would you say to people who want to go to Baja, California? It is so close and such a wonderful place, is it not?
You cannot imagine the beautiful things that are just 20 minutes south of the border, and it's just a fantastic time. If you're worried, I felt nothing to be worried about. I felt great down there, had a wonderful time, and I can't can't think of a better time that could be had.
Well, I keep telling everybody that. Now Danny Hauger's here, Tom, to reemphasize it. What a weekend.
Absolutely. And, Philip, we talk about going down there. You bring your family down, and that demonstrates an incredible trust.
And Will Eversman, special weekend, wasn't it?
I'm telling you, we've done Mexico a number of times. I love Rosarito. It's a great hotel in the old grand style. I love the wood. I like the feel. Once we get past some of that traffic in Tijuana and we hit the free road, it's just unbelievable. The food is great. We had breakfast there this morning. Sat and talked to Don Hugo for just a couple of minutes. The food is great. The ambiance is great. We were able to sit and watch people with the ATVs, ride the horses. I know there's some hang gliding and ultralights that go on there. And I'm taking a look at this great white beach. I know a couple of our people went fishing and caught some fish on the dock.
Great times.
It's my adopted home away from home.
Oh, it certainly is. Well, I think we're going to run away to break, but before we do, I'll also mention the fast track. Don Hugo made sure we all got a fast track. Tom, took us 10 minutes to get through the border. That's all it takes when you get a fast track at the Rosarito Beach Hotel, and they'll make that happen for you. So we'll run away from break. That was a touching time. Danny, thanks for all of that. Angels Radio AM 830 KLAA. We'll be back in a moment, everybody. Radio, everybody. Angels Radio AM 830 KLAA. Great time south of the border. And, of course, we got a lot of fishing to talk about. Will Eversman, do you have something about a big white sea bass that was taken off Laguna? It sounds like a great story. Tom Raftigan saw it on... All right, Don Ashley's on the line, lurking right now. So let's go over to Donnie, who spent some time with us down there in Rosarito Beach. Donnie, are you there?
Yeah, good evening, guys.
Hey, good evening. There's sea bass biting. There's barracuda up in Ventura. There's lots of rockfish. And, of course, a magical weekend in Rosarito Beach and Tijuana and all through the Baja. Thanks for being there.
Yeah, thanks for having me down there. It was a wonderful time and just picture perfect. Beautiful weather, beautiful people, great food, and a lot of fun times.
You can't beat it. I mean, Danny Hauger spent a great deal of time going into the whole proposal thing. You were part of that in terms of when they were done and they came upstairs, and it was great to see them. But I'll tell you, Donnie, that weekend with Pete Thomas from Pete Thomas Outdoors and with you and with the whole group of close to 20 people down there, you talk about just a jam-packed, wonderful weekend. You can't get any better, can you?
No, everything was just about perfect. Even coming back across the border was a breeze this morning. No that 2-hour wait or anything, and it made it fun. I was sort of dreading coming back, but it was picture perfect. Just a few minutes, and we're across the border coming home.
Yeah, excellent. Well, what is going on up here? It sounds like some surface fish are starting to bite. You had a
AM 830 is Angels Radio.
What's going on back there? You guys are having way too much fun. Hey, it's Angels Radio, AM 830 KLAA. I'm Philip Friedman on Fish Talk Radio with Philip Friedman. I forgot the name of the show, Tom.
It's been a long weekend. Baja will do that to you.
It has. I've been up since 4:30, so on 16 hours, but I'm still on a high because it was such a magnificent trip. I'm here with my good friend,
Tom Raftigan.
And a man who proposed to his girlfriend in Baja, California.
Hey, Danny Hauger, how you doing, Phil?
Danny, it's great to have you here, and of course, Mensa Man is with us also.
It's Will Eversman, everybody.
But let's go to the Honorable Hugo Torres. He's down in Rosarito Beach right now because Senor Torres made so much of our great weekend possible. And Don Hugo, we haven't even gotten into it, but we're going to spend a lot more of the show on the wonderful atmosphere, the fun, the horseback riding, the ATVs, the fishing. There was just so much, and I can't thank you enough for making it all possible, Don Hugo.
We were very happy to have you and your group here for the weekend, and I hope you enjoyed all of the Baja California that you visited.
It was great. And, of course, part of what we're going to talk about is Danny Hauger proposing to his beautiful girlfriend, Jessica, and the hotel made it such a special event. Danny will go into greater detail, but Marla and your staff over there, Patricia and everybody, boy, I'll tell you,